Got a little bit on my arm right there.
Nothing like a ice cold beer
It's true.
to start your podcast off with.
That's why I married you.
Yeah, it's probably one of the reasons.
One of many.
Yeah. One of like 150.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I like that. Listen to that beer pouring. Can you hear the crackle and the sizzle?
Do you hear the effervescence?
The effervescence. I like that.
Well, hello, everyone.
What up, podcast peeps?
We are here back in the podcast realm after what,
Yes.
2.5 weeks? It's been a while.
Yeah.
Basecamp's been kind of sick.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same without her.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It's true.
Thanks, babe. Back in the action.
Is that a song?
No, I just made it up. Hey, we're your hosts. I'm Basecamp.
And I am Yeti Legs.
And this is our podcast.
Yeti
Walks into Basecamp.
There you go. We always have some confusion there.
Wait, who goes first or what? Who says what? Or
I know. We need to get that down to a science.
We probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
I have a new category to introduce today.
New category?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The new category is what is your drink of the day?
Drink of the day?
And this applies to what we're drinking, plus whatever our guests are drinking at the time.
Okay, so drink of the choice for the podcast.
Drink of choice.
Okay, because drink of the day for me would be water, coffee, water with Mio, coffee, beer.
I'm thinking
oat
like,
milk.
What beverage are you drinking during this podcast episode?
Okay, during this podcast. Well,
we so happen to be drinking something from our native lands here in Colorado.
It is called
the Denver Gold
Amber Lager
from the Denver Beer Company.
Pretty great place. If you're ever in Colorado or live here, you should totally check it out. Denver Beer Co. It's in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, if the name didn't give it away where it's located. Denver.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You should also go and check out the horse statue at the Denver International Airport.
They call it
Blucifer.
It's pretty creepy, you guys. Like,
it's this big ass blue horse.
It has red eyes.
Red glowing eyes. You can see them at all hours of the day.
Even though people say they're orange, they're not. They're red.
Yeah.
They're scary red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And whenever they were constructing this horse.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
It's made of fiberglass. A chunk of it fell off and severed the femoral artery of the main architect. It was the main architect.
Wait, now what did you just say it was? The what artery?
The femoral artery.
Can you say what the femoral artery is for those in the crowd who don't know
science?
Yeah,
it's a pretty massive artery in your leg.
Ouchie.
And if you sever that one, you have a good chance of bleeding out quickly.
And he did.
And he did.
And he died. So his own creation killed him.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
Hence Blucifer. That's a great name.
Oh my God. Well, hey, so that's that. And then, we're incorporating all these fun little things into our podcast. The next one is the question of the day.
It is.
Yeah.
And this is the question that I have for you. This is not one from anyone listening.
Ooh, tell me. Ask me.
How did your taste preference for beer change before, during, and after hiking your first long distance hike, the PCT?
Ooh, because speaking of beer.
That's a great segue.
It's a good question.
Yeah, common topic, common denominator.
Yeah, which I guess before beer, I always loved wine.
Before beer?
Before beer.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I drink more wine. Like, I do a glass of wine at night or something would be more my drink of choice.
When you say before beer, I hear it before me.
No. Before I got more into beer.
Okay.
And then even when I drank beer, I would still choose wine mostly.
Okay.
But then, so before we started the PCT, I really liked IPAs and pale ales. That was mostly all I drank. And then when we got on the trail, I no longer craved wine at all. I didn't want a glass of wine. I just craved, I started craving Coors Light, which was so weird, or Modelo's, something like a light, tasty beer. And then after we got back, I'm more into excuse me, hang on. See, this is my sickness.
See, we didn't lie. She's been sick.
There it is.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, get that stuff out of my lungs. And then when we got back, I've been more into like Kolsch's, lagers, pilsners. Sometimes I'll drink darker. I'll dink darker.
I'll dink some darker beers.
I'll drink some darker beers.
What
about you?
Some big old mountains. Hope we go up in them.
And then we did.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the label on the Coors cans, the big mountains.
Oh.
Hope we go up in them mountains.
Nice.
Yeah. My beer taste buds have not changed at all.
Yeah, which is so strange.
I know. I started the trail loving all types of beer except for really, really dank, bitter, hoppy IPAs. It's just not my vibe.
Never liked that. You've never liked those.
No. And, on the really hot stretches of trail, I always wanted the lighter beers because they're most like carbonated water. And I remember in Sisters, Oregon, I had a secret love affair with Bat Squatch.
Oh, you did?
Oh, it's so
good. Which is an IPA, though.
Yeah, it's a hazy IPA from Rogue Brewing.
In Oregon.
And yeah, I just had a really great time drinking some Bat Squatch.
I loved Bat Squatch too, actually. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
I got a little toasted on that one.
You did. And what was the other one they had? Colossal Malt. Colossal Cloud. That was it. Claude. Anyways, these are fantastical beasts, and I think that Bat Squatch is Mount St. Helens in Washington. Colossal Cloud was in the coast of Oregon. And if you want to know more about these, you should listen to the REI podcast, Camp Monsters, because this is where we first discovered both of them.
It's pretty legit.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
But yeah, and in Washington, I loved all beer again, except for the dank hoppy bitter ones. And now we're back, and I still love my dark beers.
You do.
It's really whatever my mood is for the day. Am I feeling dark, sweet, and sassy, or am I feeling light and fluffy and airy?
Oh, it's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah.
You're deep.
Feeling sassy.
Are you feeling sassy today?
We don't have any dark beers,
though. We don't. We
have this amber lager.
This lager is so good too.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Denver Beer Co.
This is the amber lager.
That's an inside joke, clearly.
Inside joke for her sister.
Yeah. If you didn't see our last podcast, she was on that one.
Oh yeah, our last podcast episode 11, Unsung Heroes. We talk about her sister, who saved our life so many times by sending us things on trail and finding us things when we had no cell service.
Yeah.
And also Michelle Nagel.
Thanks, Mish.
She was our social media person and just all around great human.
Yeah. She did a lot of posting and editing stuff, putting stuff together for us on trail so that we could gain some social media traction.
Yeah, she made us popular.
A little popular. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess, should we get into it?
Yes. We're going to try and keep this episode close to an hour in length.
Because y'all, we got to eat dinner.
We'll see how well that works out. But this is our week 3 on the Pacific Crest Trail in 2022.
2022, y'all. 2022.
Yes. For anyone listening, every blog post, every YouTube video, anything that I put recollecting our PCT hike, I always put the date and the day in the first line.
Always.
Yeah. I've had lots of people ask if we were actively doing the trail this year, and the answer is no to all of the past, present, and future questions.
Yeah.
2022, we are not out there hiking the PCT.
It's pretty wonderful. I can't tell you how many people, when we post something on YouTube, it's like almost tricky. It's like a trickster move for us because like it could look like we're doing it this year because we're actually hitting it about the same time people would be doing it. And I can't tell you how many people, because we're going through the Sierras right now on YouTube, and how many people are like, oh, is that this year? Are you guys doing that this year? I'm like, I guess people don't read the comments or read the details anyway.
Well,
So-
I guess in the YouTube shorts, it's not as easy to read stuff, but in the Instagram posts and the blogs and all that, please don't ask me if we're doing it this year.
Yeah, Wesley might throw his phone or something if someone asks him again.
I wouldn't do that. It costs too much.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Week 3,
Week
Pacific Crest Trail
3.
2022.
Not 2023.
We left off in Idyllwild, our 0 there, and now we're
hiking out.
We're hiking out into Sandjack. We got a hitch from
this woman with dogs.
This lovely woman with 2 dogs. We hitched out with Optimus, so it's the 3 of us holding 2 massive dogs in the back seat while this sweet woman regaled us with stories.
Yeah, and I think that one of her dogs was a rescue. Like she'd just recently gotten him, so he was a little skittish and a little growly.
A little touch and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, we got to the trailhead.
I walked back across the street.
Yes.
And I hiked those 20 feet.
Because clearly the hike to Paradise Valley Cafe didn't count.
Continuous foot path.
And then we, excuse me. The 20 feet across the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Wesley.
I did that.
You did that.
And then we hiked into the San Jacinto area.
Which was beautiful.
Terrain starts to change. A little bit of deserty-ishness there at the beginning with sagebrush.
Open.
And then we saw some dead manzanitas.
Dans?
With really bright green moss on it.
It was
super
really
cool.
Beautiful.
And we started to hit some boulder fields.
Yeah, I don't remember that part, but I do. Yeah.
Like big boulders.
Yeah.
And that's where we stopped to tweak or eat or do something. And Prism and Shroom Boots.
Oh, yes. Okay, I do remember.
Hiked by us for the first time.
And that's where we met them.
Prism and Shroom Boots.
I remember Prism they were talking and they came up on us. I was like, man, they're going so fast. And we talked for a little bit with them and then they kept going. And then we kept hiking. And there wasn't a lot of water on this stretch. I remember it being very scary, questionable water sources.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get to this one spot where people were discussing camping because we had to hike down a mile out of our way to get water and then come back up. So we decided to take our packs off. And so I remember we were running down to get the water and then we ran back into Prism and Shroom Boots and Daydreamer, that's where we met Daydreamer. She was from Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah, I do remember that. There is a split off just after a wire gate. This is the first wire gate that you come across whenever you're starting to enter the San Jacintos. And this is the only mentionable water source for a while.
Yeah.
Straight downhill to a little pipe spring that feeds into a basin. And then you have to come straight back up to reconnect with the PCT.
And I remember it being really creepy down there. Almost like there was a monster watching us, is what I remember thinking. There was these old trees down there. But yeah, it was just such a weird feeling down there. And so we were like, we're not camping here anyway. But
we didn't have our stuff with us anyway.
No. So we go back up. And then that's when we run into Razor, I think Deuce's, Tumbleweed, Cougar Zero, Raccoon. And they all were going to camp down there and for the night and be by water. So we were like, okay, well, we're going to keep going.
Yeah, we didn't have to carry our heavy backpacks up almost 1,000 feet of gain.
Yeah, it was a big gain.
Yeah, so we decided to just go down, bring some water up, hike a few more miles. I think it was 2 to 2.5 more on that first day out of Idyllwild. And we ended up finding a campsite underneath a bunch of oak trees. So it's protected from the wind because we were very close to a ledge and we were afraid that it was going to be kind of a windy section.
But we found a nice little nook spot.
We found a nook and we strung up our Tibetan prayer flags for the first time.
Yes.
That we had gotten in Idyllwild.
Found them in Idyllwild. It was funny because my name was Basecamp and that's why we got them. But Wesley ended up carrying them.
Go figure.
But we found out that what was really cool is whoever carries the flags is called
The wind horse.
The wind horse.
Uh-huh.
And whoever carries these flags, like there's a prayer over them that's like there's a blessing over the flags.
Mhm.
And whoever carries them actually carries a good omen, like a good luck.
Mhm.
And anybody they like bless, I think, on whatever they're doing or anything like that, like they can turn bad things into good. It's like a very interesting blessing that they've put on the flags. It was cool.
Can you recite that?
No. I could probably look it up.
I was getting really excited.
Really? Here we go. Tibetan prayer flags meaning. Well, here we go. Blue represents the sky. White represents the air. Red symbolizes fire. Green symbolizes water. And yellow symbolizes earth. I didn't know that. The flags have been described as blessings spoken on the breath of nature. Just as a drop of water can permeate the ocean, prayers dissolve in the wind and extend to fill all of space.
Huh.
Anyway. Okay.
Failed attempt.
Failed attempt. But hey, it's pretty cool.
We strung up our Tibetan prayer flags.
Yeah.
Optimus rolled in like 30 minutes, hour later.
Something. He camps beside us.
Camps with us. And there's a fourth guy there.
No clue who it was.
Don't know who they were. And then
Still
we went to sleep that night.
Yep, went to bed. And then we woke up and we hiked for a long time.
We hiked most of the day on and off with all of them. Raccoon, Optimus, Deuces, Razor. And I think that was about it.
Was Tumbleweed and Cougar's there? I guess they were ahead of us.
They were ahead of us or
so
something.
Fast.
Yeah, and freaking Razor kept shutting down all my sexual jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Wesley and I would make all these sexual jokes because clearly wele're
married.
We're married.
We can.
We'll be like, didn't you say you'll choke my chicken or you'll let me choke your chicken or something?
No. I was talking about hammering out Parmesan chicken. Like how you hammer the chicken cutlets to make Parmesan?
Yeah.
And then I started going, I'll hammer blah, blah, blah. And she shut me down real quick.
She looked at you like, you better stop.
She's like,
I think somebody else did too, though. I can't remember. It might have been Deuces.
I'm not shocked.
But
I think it was Deuces.
I think it was. But anyway, and then honestly, the only thing I remember about that night, so we camped right before Apache Peak. And Apache Peak was the one that everybody had been building up, especially if you're doing it in the snow, because Microsoft, had passed away on Apache Peak 2 years before. And so people were very, I would say, high strung about that area. So we decided to camp before it.
Yeah.
So that we could start and have a whole day to be out there.
Yeah, we were camping around mile marker 17.4 from Idyllwild. Not Idyllwild, from the highway that takes you into Idyllwild. The first day we only hiked 8 miles. Second day we hiked 9.4 to the space that you're talking about. It was like a little saddle surrounded by these hills.
Yeah.
Just on the other side of the Apache Ridge.
And I remember about that whole night that, gosh, even telling this story. So this was the night we call the night of the tent massacre. And also with water sources. We didn't have there wasn't a good water source right there. And we were hoping that there would be a lot more snow, and there wasn't. There was a little layer of snow like underneath these bushes that we decided to melt snow from to get water that night. But some other people also went down, like it was like a 2-something mile straight down, straight back up water source.
Was it 2?
I thought it was 2. Maybe it was like 1.3, but it was like
it's very specific,
sketchy. Well, I don't remember fully, but anyway, it's very sketchy. And so I remember some people had done that, and some had camped down there too. And we decided to camp up on the saddle with no protection from the wind.
I don't think I know anyone who camped down there.
I remember there were people we didn't know that went down and camped down there.
Really?
Because I saw them the next morning.
Oh. I guess they survived.
Because they were saying that they didn't have wind down there.
Oh,
and they were all talking about us up there and if we had survived or not.
So a lot of us did camp up in this little saddle area.
It was a beautiful night. Sunset was beautiful. Everybody was having dinner, enjoying, laughing, joking. And then the sun goes down.
Yeah, and the wind started to pick up, and then it increased more. And then it began to howl.
It was bad.
And by the time the sun was completely gone, our tents were all being jostled around. I think we had one of maybe 2 or 3 other freestanding tents. The rest were all trekking pole supported. And Prism and Shroom and Daydreamer had camped a little bit higher than other people in the valley, and they were taking bets on which tents were going to be flattened out during the night.
Or
And
who would be the last man standing.
yeah, and who would be the last man standing.
Of
And
course.
I think they guessed us because we had
Our
the
tent.
biggest freestanding tent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that night, I mean, man, the wind was really raging, and despite having a freestanding tent, our sidewalls were still like punching in specifically on base camp side and hitting her in the face.
Continually the whole night. I wake up to not on Wesley's side at all. He is not having any issues. It's all my side. And to give you good perspective is our head doesn't even hit the top of the tent at all. Like we had so much headroom. This thing was like a mansion for us.
We have a Nemo Dagger 3-person.
So it's a big tent. And all of a sudden I wake up in the middle of the night and this tent pole that is, hooked in is bending in and hitting me continually on the head. It's come all the way down and is bent in and it won't stop the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point I remember the stakes came up. So I'm like, Wesley, can you put the stakes back in? Because they were very difficult to get in. Like they were in this hard ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so Wesley's like, okay. And you came back in and you're like.
So I get out of the tent like a few times that
night.
A
few times, yeah.
And I look for the biggest rocks I can find to put on top of the tent stakes, and I hammer into the dirt. And one of these times I get out and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And there's this large dark figure. It looks like a Sasquatch, like walking around in the distance. And this is while all the other tents around us have been flattened out. So people are literally wrapped up in their tents because they keep falling down, and they just at some point gave up the attempt to try and keep it pitched.
And so
I get back in the tent and I'm like, hey, there's something walking around out there.
Yeah, I'm like, is it like the god of wind or something? But then come to find out the next morning. So we all, we get up, the sun rises, and you can tell that people's tents, like everybody had given up that had a pole, like a tent pole.
A trekking pole
tent. Yeah. Everybody had given up. Like no one even had anything. Like it was all flattened. And we find out that Raccoon, our friend Raccoon, which we'll have to have him on the podcast, and he'll have to tell the story because it's hilarious. But to put it plainly, like I think his tent stakes came out and his tent starts rolling with him in it. And he had camped beside the ledge, like the cliff. And so he can't find, and also he can't see. He didn't have his glasses. He only had prescription sunglasses.
He had prescription sunglasses, which is part of the reason he got his name Raccoon.
And so he doesn't have any, he can't see where the zipper is to unzip his tent. And he told us all he's thinking about is you just have to get out of the tent because he's rolling in it towards who knows where. And he finally finds a zipper and he gets out, but he says he hooks his tent to him like a kite.
No, like a superhero cape.
And he starts running as far and fast away as he can from the cliff.
Oh my God.
And then he says he just like finds a flat spot and puts himself down. I don't even know if he pitched his tent again. Like I'm pretty sure he just.
So that was your wind god. That was my Sasquatch.
Yes, was Raccoon running.
Who's all
aimlessly.
Of like 5'5".
Yeah, running aimlessly, blindly through the night, hoping he doesn't fly off the cliff.
That was pretty fun.
It was so funny. He tells the story so wonderfully. But anyway, so that happened, and then we all,
And I remember I think it was that morning, we were joking around about Optimist. We were recalling how he had sat up most of the night at the Oriflamme Canyon campsite, holding his tents, like his poles, his trekking poles out to keep his tent pitched. And we're like, I bet he's doing that again, isn't he?
I can't remember what he said.
I think he said he had it pitched pretty well and he didn't have to screw with it.
He learned his lesson. But yeah, so we got up and, it's kind of like anxiety's high because we're about to do Apache Peak. And some of these people we were out there with had never done snow before, like ever.
Yeah.
And when we did it last year, I will say, like, yes, it may have been a low snow year. And I just want to say this. You cannot compare years. You just can't. Like this year, yes, the snow is a completely different level. However, snow is snow. I don't care what anybody says. If you're going through snow,
you need to be prepared.
You need to be prepared. Even if it's a quote unquote low snow year, we still had a lot of snow. and we still had chutes, like drop-off chutes with snow and ice on them. And if you don't have, micro spikes or crampons and an ice axe, like that is a very unsafe place to be, even if it's a quote unquote low snow year. It doesn't matter. And so,
Yeah, who gives a shit about a couple extra pounds of weight to save your life?
yeah. And so I get a little frustrated by like people are like, well, you did a low snow year last year. I'm like, no, we still did a lot of snow. And to be honest, I'd rather have a lot more snow in the Sierras than we did last year, because then we could just, we could have just gone through it where it wasn't, we weren't post-holing.
I would rather have snow and low overnight temperatures.
Yeah. Like,
and day temperatures as well.
Yeah, where we're not having, like, it's not melting out in the middle of May.
Yeah, the secret season. That's the secret sweet spot.
Like, that's what we were hoping for last year. You know, but we just had a different year than people are having this year.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but anyway, so we were being very careful, and everybody, we had been kind of putting the fear of God in everyone. Like, we need to stay together, stay as a pack, try to stay together through that section.
Yeah.
And we pretty much did stay together.
Yeah, we did the Apache Ridge on March 22nd. So still early in the hiking season. You actually, before all of us kind of set out, you actually hiked around the lip to see if there was a lot of snow over there. And you came back and you said you couldn't see any.
I couldn't see any yet.
But when we actually got to the spot in question,
then it was covered.
It was covered.
The rest of the time. The rest of the day, it was covered in snow.
It was. and Optimus kind of went on ahead that morning after he had packed up. He hadn't started his ritualistic morning shit yet.
So he just left.
And we kind of go towards Apache with Deuces, Raccoon, and Razor.
Yeah.
I think you were in front for a while.
No, I was in the back. Because Deuces.
Oh, you and I were both in the back.
Yeah, we were in the back because we were kind of making sure everybody was safe.
And Deuces led the way.
Deuces really wanted to go first. And
we all had our spikes. We all had our ice axes.
And honestly, it was a lot of fun for me because we've done this stuff before. And it didn't compare to other things that we had done. And so it was actually a lot of fun. I will say, I think that we had a blast doing it. And it was a fun day. Like, we did go through a lot of snow, and then we had to like haul ourselves over huge trees in very sketchy ledges.
Yeah, a lot of blowdowns.
A lot of blowdowns in a very scary, like, cliffhanger place. And I just remember we're going over these massive tree trunks on the sides of cliffs. And I'm like, oh my God, if I lose my balance or if I lose my grip, I could fall down this chute.
Yeah. I think those whale flopping over those trees.
Whale flopping.
Was probably sketchier than the Apache Ridge for us at that point.
I think so, yeah. It was, and our packs are so heavy. So it's just like your pack is taking you with it no matter what.
Yeah. And I will say the Apache Ridge was a little sketchy. And there were not a whole lot of things to grab onto if you fell. There were a few select trees / twigs.
Yeah.
But yeah, just be careful in that spot.
Yeah. And I'd say an ice axe, because if you slip and fall, you're going down.
And we had really just patchy snow for the rest of that day. And then we had the hurdles of all these giant blowdowns until we kind of reached our lunch spot. Whenever we reached our lunch spot, we had no snow there. It's me, you, Optimus, Deuces, and Razor, and Raccoon. And I think Deuces decides to stay. Raccoon decides to stay. And we head out with Razor and Optimus. We go maybe another half mile, and Razor dips out.
Yeah, she didn't want to, because then the snow got big and thick again.
Because the snow got pretty thick at that point.
Yeah.
And she decided to camp there with a couple other folks who were just like pitching on the side of the trail.
Yeah, and I remember them being like, you guys be careful. And we're like, oh, we're fine. Like, we'll be fine.
And we were fine.
But I think you learn out there that some people have never, ever dealt with snow. And you just learn people's levels of what they can and cannot do at that time. And that's fine. But I would always say, don't tell someone else what to do out there. Like,
well, I think be careful is okay. That's just like well wishes.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. You took that one pretty to heart, didn't you?
Well, I guess I'm an oxymoron. No. What's the word when I'm like, What's the word?
I don't even know. What are you trying to describe?
Well, if I'm like, don't tell me what to do, but then I'm like the mom telling everybody what to do.
Stubborn?
No. Like, isn't it an oxymoron where you're being the opposite? A hypocrite.
Hypocrite.
A hypocrite. I'm
Yeah.
being a hypocrite. Anyway. Moving on though, because this is when after we say goodbye to Razor, we're like hiking in the snow.
We're hiking in deep snow up to our probably shins and our knees.
And then this is when we meet
Oh, the infamous
Kappa Jedi. I think Build-A-Bear was there.
Build-A-Bear was there.
Fumi was there.
And Johan.
And
Johan was there.
Who we never ever met again.
But his name is Johan.
And this is the funniest shit. Like, I will never forget us meeting them because they're behind us. And all we can hear is them laughing their heads off. And I think I've already told this in another episode, but it's so funny. But like, they're just laughing behind us and they're blowing through the snow. Like, I'm talking blowing past us. And as they're blowing past us, Jedi's in the front. And he's just like, he's literally post-holing to his waist.
He's like a 200-pound German 6-foot-tall guy
with like a huge
on.
pack, like a 50-pound pack on, because he would not carry his bear can and like a huge bag of candy.
He hadn't downsized at that point.
Yeah, he hadn't downsized yet. But like, all I remember is Jedi's like this burly German. He's just post-holing through it, and Kappa's right behind him. And Kappa just turns around and looks at us. He's like, mate, it's so fucking funny. He just keeps going through the snow. Like, it was so random.
It was pretty great.
And we hadn't met them yet. We didn't know their names. Like, this is our interaction with them.
This is our first exposure.
Yeah, and they just keep going, laughing. And then they pass us. We don't see them.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Well, we do. I mean, we don't see them for that moment. Like, they're gone.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we run into them again probably like 30 minutes later.
And they're stopped talking to this, like, middle-aged woman.
Who's hiked in from somewhere.
Who happens to be their trail angel that hiked in to meet them.
And is giving out weed?
Yeah, she had a pipe.
She had a pipe.
And she asked you of anyone else if you wanted a little puff on her pipe before anyone else started.
I was the first person. She was like, would you like some? I was like, nah, I'm good.
It's because you were the only lady in the group.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And so, but the guys were like, hey, we're going to stay here and camp for the night. You guys can join us. We were like, actually, we think we're going to go on a little further. And so we said bye to them.
Which is sad because they seemed like a fun group
of
people.
They were a fun group, which of course they became like some of our family.
And I don't think Build-A-Bear said 2 words.
No, I don't think he did.
He was quiet as a church mouse.
He was. But yeah, so we left them and we camped for the night in this really cute little like snow-covered. It was kind of snow-covered and had little patches of ground.
So the way I remember it is there were 2 mounds, completely exposed dirt, and someone had written in the dirt, "Lucky you."
Is that what I don't? Oh, now I remember this.
They had written in the dirt, "Lucky you," because it was the only dry patch.
It was the only dry patch.
As far as the eye could see in this area.
And it was the only dry patch until the end.
And it was flat.
And it was the only dry patch until the end of that section, from what I remember.
More or less the only dry spot to Fuller Ridge.
Yeah, to Fuller Ridge.
But we camped there with Optimist, and we just knew that a mountain lion was watching us.
We just knew.
There was always a mountain lion watching. Mr. Tumnus was always there.
Because there was, I'm sure of it. They just creep around, and you never know they're there.
So we hung our peace flags again that night, our prayer flags.
Yeah.
When we woke up, I think we wanted to get up a little bit earlier because we have this whole concept of walking on consolidated snow in our heads. And it worked out.
Yeah.
Because we woke up early, probably got started about 7. And we're walking on the snow. Optimus decided to leave a little bit earlier than us. We saw him hiking off up and over the hill. And then we never saw him again. For about a good hour to 2 hours, we're continuing to hike. We know that we're on the trail. We're using our map. We run into
Cougar Zero and
Tumbleweed, who we never would have expected to catch up with because they're so much faster than us.
Again, this is what we found to be the tortoise and the hare. We were the tortoise. But we always caught up to the hare.
At some point. And we met up with them. We hiked with them for a second, but then we stopped to take our crampons off because we started to hit dirt, which did not last long. No. But anyways, while we're taking our spikes off, Optimus hikes up. He hikes up behind us.
We're like, what?
Like, you left like 20 minutes before we did.
Like, how are you behind us?
He's like, oh, I kind of got lost and went a mile out of the way.
he just walked. And this is also just a little note for everybody when you're walking in snow. Don't follow every single footpath because that's what he did. He just followed someone's footsteps thinking it was the trail.
Mm-hmm.
And he got lost.
One of the big rules is don't follow another boot pack unless you know it's the right one because they may not have any idea what they were doing.
No, they were probably just going over something thinking that was the way.
They were doot to doing.
Yeah, like deuces.
Doot to doing,
Doot-to-doing
in the snow.
I always say that now.
Doot to doing like a deuce.
Like a deuce.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that was a fun day. And we hiked with, I feel like, was this the day that we got to Fuller Ridge?
Yeah, so this is the day where we were hiking in like a small Congo line.
It was literally a Congo line. Yeah. Our whole group somehow clustered together all of a sudden. So we run back into Prism, in Shroom, Daydreamer, Cougar Zero, Tumbleweed, Razor, Raccoon, Deuces, Optimus. Am I leaving anyone else out? I think that was everybody.
Yes.
Who?
Two-Tone.
Two-Tone! Oh my God, that's when we met Two-Tone!
She wasn't named Two-Tone at the time. What's her name? Her Cotton World name?
Isn't that funny because I don't remember now?
Damn.
It's like I can see it in my head.
Anyway. Her trail
Two-Tone.
name was Two-Tone. She got that way later on in the trail.
Yeah.
Because she tanned so
strongly.
So dramatically. Really.
Yeah, and then her white, like it'd be white and then super dark. Yeah, It was funny.
She tanned.
But yeah, so we did a Congo line for the majority of the rest of the day. We all just kind of found each other along the way.
Mm-hmm. And that's where Tumbleweed actually he stepped through the snow, scraped his leg up pretty badly when he stepped through and into water.
Yeah, and then Razor, she slid, like she fell.
Yeah,
like a big, huge drop.
She fell about 30, 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't her contact come out?
Yeah.
And did she find it? I think she found her contact.
Maybe? I don't remember.
I hope that she did.
I don't remember. But we were all, our destination was Fuller Ridge.
Yeah, and that was a pretty long haul day for us. It ended up being, trail miles wise, 12.8.
Which doesn't feel like a lot, but when you're going through snow, that is everything.
And we use our Garmin Phoenix watches to record all of our mileage. And we actually recorded 13.6. So that is, was that 0.8 more miles?
Difference.
I don't know how we even got that, but
I have no idea.
Probably getting lost on the trail.
We did get lost. That's true. And then we'd go down certain things and we'd follow certain footsteps. Then we'd glissade down a different section and then we'd lose our way again. Then we'd have to it was a lot of navigating that day. It was like playing cat and mouse. And
it was. And I think that was the first day where I was truly sucking the hind tit.
Yeah, Wesley was really struggling by the end of that day.
She said I was tripping and stumbling, and
he was zigzagging in front of me. I'd be like, babe, you want some food? He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, you should eat. He's like, no, I'm fine. I just want to get there. And I remember Prism. Again, this is what's so funny. Prism would I wouldn't realize we would pass her and then she'd be behind us and she'd be barreling past us. And this, she had lost her ice axe and she was pissed. And here she comes from behind us in the snow.
I'd be pissed. They're expensive.
Barreling past us though, with no ice axe, no micro spikes on. She's just so pissed. And so she's like, full speed engine past us. And I'm like, hey, she's like, hey, and then she just keeps going. But we I just remember Deuces and Raccoon decided to call it early that night again. Remember? Because they came to Fuller Ridge with us. Raccoon didn't. Raccoon decided to pitch early. Deuces met us because Deuces was really concerned about Raccoon because he was concerned that because he was by himself out there. I do remember that. But we all finally got to Fuller Ridge where
we finally got there after Shroom Boots and Daydreamer had decided to stop and wait behind for Razor.
Because she had kind of fallen behind to find her contact. She was shaken up about everything.
She was shaken up about it. And then when it's all said and done, as the sun is setting, all of us finally bulldoze into the Fuller Ridge campground.
Which was pretty cool.
And so it's me, you,
everybody.
Cougar, really everybody.
It's everybody minus
Raccoon.
And we still hadn't ran back into Jedi and Cuppa and Build-A-Bear Boomy.
I still don't know where
Johan. They were behind us still at that point.
So there's about 10, 12 of us there. And there's this other guy named Dan. He's just Dan. And he's just... So I love Dan to death, but I do not condone his actions. He went out there without spikes, without trekking poles, without an axe. And I do
About
not think
anything.
that is a great practice to follow. No hate against you at all, Dan. I'm actually stoked that you made the trail
I was
and
shocked.
finished the whole thing. But yeah, he was actually being recognized for that night at Fuller Ridge Campground, and people were giving him praise about it. And I think that they should not have been,
Yeah.
because it wasn't a safe call.
No.
But on the flip side, Dan also came up with a great idea about everyone going round robin around the table and telling the most embarrassing story that night.
Yeah, we were all cooking our dinners around this picnic table.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was dark, so we all had like our headlamps on. And Dan's when we started the conversation of like, tell your most embarrassing story. Like a get to know you.
I'll always say this about Dan. He asks the best questions.
He does.
And he listens.
He does.
He listens
He
to
does.
you.
He really is a connector and a community person. Yeah.
He's actually hiking the Appalachian Trail right now.
Right
so go
now.
Dan.
Whoop whoop. Which
Fucking
apparently
send it.
now his trail name is Cookie Monster.
Oh my gosh. We'll talk about the evolution of his trail name as we get through our stories.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. But anyway, I remember that night, like, so we didn't have water at Fuller Ridge Campground. There was little mud puddles and like a tiny bit of snow that was melting into little mud puddles. And I could have sworn we did get water. Oh, Chief was in all this with us. Chief was a part of all of this with us.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting Chief because he's so damn quiet.
Yeah, he is.
But Chief, sweet Chief, was there. And I remember he got water from the mud puddles. We got water.
We got water from the mud puddle, right?
We did because because we didn't need water when we got down there. We were struggling, but we weren't like hallucinating like a lot of other people were. But anyway,
shout out to Sawyer Squeeze for
yes,
transforming mud water into
clean water,
clean, pure, drinkable water.
Thank you. Literally a little portable device that you can put in your backpack.
No, we are not sponsored, but we love Sawyer.
We do. They're good.
And that was a great night.
That was a good night. It was a lot of fun at the campground. We slept really well.
Oh, I remember what we made for dinner that night.
What?
Couscous with ranch powder.
Oh, that was so good.
One of the better meals we had.
And didn't you put like Spam in it too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good meal.
Couscous, ranch powder mix, and Spam.
Why didn't we do more of that on the trail?
I don't know.
That would have been so
because
good.
ramen just became so easy to find.
That's true. In the gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we wake up the next day.
Of course, we're one of the last people to leave camp.
Always one of the last people to leave camp.
Because we have like a 2-hour morning ritual.
We do. Hot coffee.
Hot coffee, cuddle a little bit, then probably a breakfast, and
Uh-huh.
then like try and wake up,
Uh-huh.
and then start the packing process.
Yeah, the packing process took us a while.
Took us a while for like a good chunk of the trail until we finally got it down.
We mastered it. By Oregon, Washington.
By Oregon, Washington, we were pros at it.
We were mastering, like we were getting out in an hour. I was so proud of us.
It was far more difficult to pack up as a couple than I think it would have been if we were solo.
Yeah, because I think when you're by yourself, you're just like, I'll get up. Like, I'll just get up and pack, and I'll just eat on the trail or drink coffee. Like, who cares? But when you're together, it is this like intimate ritual of waking up together, drinking coffee together, eating breakfast.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this day.
Oh, this was
hot as fuck.
Yeah, it was quite hot. So not a lot of water. We didn't really fill up at the Fuller Ridge campsite. We decided to keep going a little bit because we didn't want to keep hiking with so much extra water weight. And I think it was probably like a mile and a half after we started. I filled our I love calling it the CNOC, but apparently it's called the CNOC, which sounds dumb. So I'm going to say CNOC. I filled our CNOC with snow, and snow melts down to half the volume of water as it is snow.
So it's like a liter.
So it was about 1.5 liters out of a 3-liter CNOC bladder.
Oh, true. And we had filtered some of the water at Fuller Ridge.
We still had a little bit left over.
Like a liter.
Yeah, we had some left over, and this is like a 19 mile downhill.
It's all downhill.
All downhill out of the San Jacintos towards the that X, Y, and Z highway underpass. I-10, where Mama Bear leaves a cache for a lot of people.
Oh, what a gift that place is. But yeah.
This downhill was completely exposed, no tree coverage at all.
It was literally like the 7th level of hell.
I think you said that about Mary's place too.
Yeah, so this was one of the next places.
One of the other levels.
Sixth level.
One of the other levels, folks.
So I feel like Mary's place was the hardest place for me when I was out in the desert.
Dante's Inferno.
But this place became another hard place, and I started booking it down that freaking mountain because I was like, we don't have a lot of water. I want to get the fuck out of here. And then we found out the degree that day, the high, was 105.
Oh, 105.
It's 105.
Wow.
105 on March 24th.
I won't. Also, I'm going to say this. She won't tell you, but she broke or lost her sunglasses, so she was mad as a hornet going down this thing.
Yeah, that's true. I did, because what happened to my sunglasses? I broke them, I think.
You always break, screw up, or lose your sunglasses.
That's why I always
That's why we get you cheap ones.
That's why I get $5 sunglasses.
She was mad as a hornet.
So I just want to get down because it's so exposing out there in my eyes. If they don't have sunglasses on them,
yeah,
it's very, like, I have very sensitive eyes. I have blue-green eyes.
Yeah.
And so
long downhill,
exposed,
no water,
fully exposed,
no water at all.
No water at all.
But the desert flowers were beautiful.
They were beautiful, and the cactus was blooming.
Prickly pears,
full bloom. Mm-hmm. That was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous downhill. However, it was hard to enjoy because it was so hot.
I think this is where my song was born.
Yeah, it was the desert song.
Out here in the desert.
Mm-hmm. And look at that.
But look at that, San Jacinto.
Yeah, there it
Kick
is.
my butt for you.
Yeah, there it is.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just like, and this was when I began to learn what the Pacific Crest Trail really is you can see the damn water tank. So there's this water tank at the bottom of this mountain. So you're like 17 miles. Okay.
By the time you can see it, you're about 17 away.
Well, no, it's 19 to the highway, but so it's 2 miles from the water tank to the highway or to the interstate. So you could see, I think 4 miles out, you could see the water tank.
Yeah.
Remember? It was like,
oh, I do remember
it was
this
like
now.
Off in the distance, but it looked so close.
It's teasing you. It's like a mirage.
And all of a sudden it would turn us right. And we go this huge switchback and then turn us left and this huge switchback, this turn us right. I mean, it was probably 4 miles away, even though it looked like it was 1 or 2 miles away.
If it had been straight down, yeah.
If it had been straight down, it would have been 1 or 2 miles.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was so mad.
It was painful.
And all I remember is we're really close to the bottom. We're probably like 2 miles away or so. And here comes Chief hiking up.
Shirtless.
With
Chief is 19. He can do shit like this.
Yeah.
And he's hiking up shirtless, carrying a crap ton of little water bottles filled up.
Yeah, with no backpack on, just holding them in his arms.
Just holding the water bottles.
And he's like, hey, do you guys need any water? I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. And I was like, well, actually, we had passed Razor, and she was really struggling. She was like sitting under a cave.
She was sitting underneath like a little arch in the shade.
Yeah.
Because she needed to cool off.
She was really overheating.
Well, if I remember correctly, the clothes that she started off with, she had black pants and like a burgundy colored shirt. Mm-hmm. So she was just like a magnet for the sun at that point.
Yeah. And so I just remember saying to Chief, go get Razor.
Yeah.
And that was his destination, was to get Razor, because he knew she didn't have a lot of water.
Yeah.
So we get down, and I just remember like Tumbleweed, Cougar Zero, Deuces is down there. Was Optimus down there at that point?
Yeah, he was.
Optimus, and we're all just like laying there under this shade of this rock where the water tank, where it's the shade of the water tank.
And you have to keep shifting because the shadow is moving.
Yeah. And we are just all breathing heavy, like losing our minds, needing water. I remember that. But then I was like, we got to go, because we had a person contact us months before and saying like, hey, I saw your YouTube. I'd love to help you guys when you get to the I-10 crossing at Cabazon.
She was a sweet Georgian lady.
And it was amazing. And so she totally hooked us up. So I'm like, babe, we got to get to her. You know,
you're thinking about getting there and logistics, and I'm thinking about, holy shit, Deuces just said he was drinking water straight out the tank and it's not treated.
I'm not thinking about logistics though. What I'm thinking about is I'm so close to a burger. I'm so close to what was that place called? In-N-Out Burger. And I'm so close to air conditioning. But we finally we start booking it to the I-10. So hot.
Which is a little bit downhill on asphalt from the water tank. And then it hits
hot.
like these dried up water beds, and then
Yeah.
it's pure beach sand.
Yes.
And it's almost like the sand is reflecting the sun back on you.
Oh, so bad. And that's where we ran into decades.
For the first time, this older fella hiking through the desert with an umbrella.
Yes.
He had a sun umbrella, a lot of gray on, and he was hiking in front of us. We passed him, and then whenever we finally suffered through, we're about to pass out from heat exhaustion. We finally got to the underpass. Decades shows up there too,
and we run into an oasis.
There 1-gallon jugs of water lining the whole side of a highway.
Yeah, there's wine, there's beer, there's ice cold beer,
there's snacks,
Gatorade, there's food. Like, it was just lined with goodness.
And we sit down and we have like a Gatorade. I think we split a beer. But the fact that we had a trail angel like there to pick us up, we didn't want to just take it all.
Yeah, because we knew other people would want it. Behind us. But then we were like discussing, because we hadn't talked about any of these people we bonded with, like them coming with us or anything like that. But then we discussed it, and so we sent a message to our person picking us up, and we're like, would you be open to, like, we have our whole family with us, and would you be open to like taking them to In-N-Out Burger or whatever? And she was even offering for all of us to stay at her house. Like, she was like, yeah, I'll pick all of you up. You can all stay at my house. I have a hot tub. I've got a big house. I should have enough room for everybody.
Yeah.
If people are okay sleeping in the living room. It was such a beautiful just moment.
Yeah. She comes down and greets us underneath the underpass. And she's like, are you blah, 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 blah. And we're like, yeah. And then we're like, well, there's this other fellow, decades. What do you have planned? He's like, I have nothing.
And she's like, well, come and stay at my house.
And so she drives the three of us to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
Shuttles back and forth 2 other times to pick up the rest of our folks.
Yeah.
And then drives us to her house, lets us stay there, lets us shower. She has a pool, a hot tub. She takes us to resupply that night.
Man, it was gold.
It was a hookup.
We
won't use her name for privacy's sake.
But man, she was a
God freaking bless you.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
It was such a beautiful gift in the middle of such a hard struggle for being week 3 in, like the 3rd weekend.
It really was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was our day 19 and it hit 105 degrees. We thought that we would have avoided all of that just because we were starting in March.
Yeah, and we didn't.
We did
not. Was even locals were saying to us, this is one of the hottest, like we haven't had a hot year like this in a long time.
And this is also where I learned the importance of the animal style at In-N-Out Burger. If you know, you know. Otherwise, look it up. This is like a very secret gift I'm giving to you.
Animal style.
By listening to this podcast.
You're welcome. So I think we're going to leave it here, guys. We're going to leave you on this is like part 1 of our week 3.
We'll pick it up in the next episode and continue on with our week 4.
Yeah.
But sticking true to our word and trying to keep this episode down to an hour.
Because Mama needs food.
Yeah, she's getting hangry and she doesn't want to keep talking to y'all. That's true.
Yeah, I do need food.
It's true.
Yeah. Well,
anyways, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
And we love you all. Pick up our story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Go drink a beer.
Okay, bye. Well, everyone, we hope you're enjoying our podcast.
Yeti
Walks into Basecamp. We're your hosts. I'm Basecamp.
And I'm Yeti Legs. If you enjoyed this podcast, please let us know in the comments below. Or you can also shoot us an email to our podcast, yetiwalksintobasecamp@gmail.com. So it's just the name of our podcast, all together, all lowercase. We look forward to hearing from you. And if you do enjoy our episodes, please be sure to like and subscribe. And if there are any pertinent links or other information that you're interested in from the episode, just find that in the show notes below.
I also wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to Ryan G for our intro and Bradley Black for our outro.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And as we like to say in the hiking community,
happy trails.